My thing, okay, why are you guys not playing Destiny? I'm not playing Destiny right now because A, I'm just trying to finish Wukong. B, I don't need anything right now. I don't need anything right now. It's lost the magic for me. Friends stop playing. Nothing to chase. We need a damn reset. Destiny 3 should have happened and they won't admit it. Maybe Payback should have never been in development. Or multiple of those other games should have never been in development and D3 should have been worked on. But regardless of whether a D3 is supposed to come around the corner or not, you guys are wanting a reset. So you look at your vault and you look at everything you got in it. Are you good with saying goodbye? Wow, I'm surprised. I'm actually really surprised everyone here is good with it. Damn. Well, there's got to be a reason for doing a great reset. Got to be a reason. Because honestly, what if you started a fresh account and grind it from the beginning to show how the experience is for new players? Just looks, I don't give a fuck about new players. Let me be clear. I give a fuck about me. I give a fuck about my experience only.
Just understand, anytime I've ever advocated for anything in this game, it's for me, man. It's for me. I want to play this game every day, all day long. Only thing I care about a new light player is to find their way inside of Crucible. So I got good fodder. I need something to kill after I go and beat the most recent rank boss.
Let me ask you this. What if there was a point where we go into this new solar system, whatever, new frontier. In the process, we don't take anything with us. We leave everything behind. Destiny 2 drops the 2. We become like Destiny forever, whatever. Destiny universe. Would y'all be down with that? What would be the difference between the loot that you have now versus the loot that you will be getting in that new version of Destiny? You say they need to innovate. Can I tell you how they've innovated over the years? At one time, these weapons didn't have random rolls. Okay, so this was the innovation. Static rolls. Not only was it a static roll, you had a barrel perk, you had a mag perk, and you had a trait. Then, or they brought back these same things, but with random rolls. In the year following that, they gave us 2 traits. Now you have the ability to roll 2 traits together. They tried the sunsetting thing. Sunsetting didn't do well, so then they had to find a way to get you to grind the new loot again. So now they added an origin trait on top of the 2 traits here with potentially more random traits in the mix. Then we take that a step further. Now you have the ability to enhance these traits. And as you see, we're going into next year, you're going to have the ability to enhance the barrel perk, the mag perk, all the traits, including the origin trait. What is that next evolution? You've maxed everything. The only thing past this point is a 3rd trait, but now we're just breaking the game. You guys say you want a big reset. You want to go back to just having weapons with 1 trait, not enhanced, and no origin trait. What do you mean when you say you want a reset? Because if reset is, no, I just want more loot, well, then they're just going to give us more loot in the game we have now. We're talking about just the weapons. That's not the only thing in the game cross. I think loot is a very, very big part of this game, considering it's literally a looter shooter. If we go into a D3 and someone hands you a weapon that looks similar to Midnight Coup, but it now only has 1 trait, no origin trait, how long are you going to play with that weapon before you say, you know what, the way this weapon feels, I'm going back to Destiny 2. By the way, this happened with D1 to D2. People voluntarily went back to Destiny 1. You want to make a Destiny 3, you want to have a reset. How do you voluntarily get people to drop D2 for a D3? What level of innovation would be in D3 that doesn't already exist here in D2? The only thing I could have thought of is maybe Prismatic. Prismatic is a D3. That would have been a D3 feature, a huge selling point for a Destiny 3. But that's gone now. That's in Destiny 2. Dedicated servers, all that bullshit. None of that matters. Tick rates, whatever. New, better engine. Guys, throw the tape forward on that. What is the new, better engine? Unreal? You think Unreal's gonna tote this shit? Best bet. Tiger engine getting some sort of massive overhaul for open world exploration. You know how many years it was down between Reach and Destiny? We're gonna have to go. We got to take a 4 to 5 year time frame for that. And it took 400 employees to do so. I don't disagree. Tiger needs to probably get that same level of overhaul, but it's a behemoth of a task. Your problem is no new players. I don't think there's a solution. It's just attrition. I don't doubt that, you know, the game could be more approachable. And as Bungie has said, impenetrable. A reset would allow for penetration. What I cannot be okay with, what I won't be okay with, is a D1 to D2 transition. The only reason why many of us didn't stick with D1 is because A, it wasn't getting any more content and it was still stuck in 30 FPS. Had it been 60 FPS, there would have been countless players probably still playing it. And there was still countless players still playing it because nobody wanted to play with static rolls and no special weapons, the non-customizable subclasses. It was a step backwards. And that's the concern with going from a Destiny 2 to Destiny 3. What's going to give here? What is that step backwards? I completely understand, though, making the game approachable for new players. But we're not talking about making the game fun for new players. You're a veteran player. I'm a veteran player. We got thousands of hours in the game. Ask yourself, have you been playing that much Destiny here recently? I haven't. Kind of sucks, man, because I really do like this game. But there's nothing else to really, you know, I do my content and do my chores, my chore list. I get my checklist of items done, and that's it. You know, that quote from Bungie years ago about chasing aspirational content. Outside of the day one raid, outside of hitting the raid for that first, 3-4 weeks, there's really nothing else aspirational. Trials is kind of a drag, and the last time I think Bungie was, well, I would say Bungie was being innovative with Onslaught. Onslaught was something that we've been asking for a long time, but it was something that they were trying to be bold with. But I haven't really felt like Bungie has been entirely too bold when challenging the same old formula. Pantheon was also fun. That's true. And again, that kind of comes back to why Bungie had the blog post this past week. They literally said they used Into the Light as an example where they were like, we want to mimic that more, right? We want to go about innovating and doing that more. Now, how is that going to address the loot? I don't know. And the reason why I bring this up is because we saw the screenshot there where we have enhanced origin traits, enhanced barrel perk, enhanced magazine perk. Fellas, we're in power creep territory. It's concerning. What do they do after that point, guys? Where do we go from there? The only other thing I could think of, you're going to keep it like add a third trait. I mean, other than having multiple traits that are enhanced, you restructure the game and the difficulty. Well, part of that falls into what they showcased here recently. Remember, they showcased here recently that they're going to be adding the ability to essentially fine-tune and customize your level of difficulty, going beyond even what Grandmaster difficulty has to offer, and also giving you more rewards. Again, my concern on that front is I definitely believe they could do that. I definitely believe you can go, they'll say, hey, here's the light blade strike, add modifiers, and you can go in there and be crazy. You can be like, I'm sure there'll be some like extra malts, you know what I mean? More champions, something to make it over the top and more difficult. My question is what's on the other end of that? What is that extra reward? Because if it's just another waking vigil, if it's like, yeah, you could get one waking vigil or one adept palindrome at the end of this grandmaster, or if you do it when it's souped up and all these modifiers, you can get 2 adept palindromes. The only way that would actually be okay, I don't even know, man. I don't even know. It's tough, dude. See guys, if you really sit down and you really think about it, man, like as gamers, we just get in there, we just play, and if it's fun, it's fun, and if we enjoy what we get, we throw it in the vault and that's it. But like from a design standpoint, you can see as a developer where you can literally just back yourself in a corner, man. How does World of Warcraft keep it going? They've been doing it longer. Social aspects, dude, is how WoW and Final Fantasy, something of which we brought up a long time ago. We actually made a video. What gets me playing games like Final Fantasy and WoW is like they lean really, really heavily in like the MMO aspect of that game, right? That's something that I think Destiny really needed to lean into a long time ago. They're kind of getting there. When I say MMO aspects, I'm talking like, we saw a little bit of dabbling in things like fishing last year, but like a fully customized social hub, clan-owned housing. Imagine if you could literally own a miniature version of your tower and you could spec it out, customize on it, work on it like that. These are the things that you get different elements in all games. You need PvE, PvP, but then you got this big, huge umbrella that's just like MMO aspects. And not only do you like find a way to like connect with the game more because you're connected with other players, and by the way, you create that connection, you're more likely to come back. Are you guys like wanting to go back and experience Forsaken or some shit? I don't give a fuck. Look, I really don't give a shit. At this point, yes, campaigns are important. That narrative portion of Destiny is really, really important. But can I also say, I wouldn't give a shit if there was like Destiny narrative demo down, like go experience Destiny and its entire campaign experience. That's like a sub menu of Destiny. Destiny itself is focused on activities and the MMO aspects and the loot and all that shit. I'm not being negative right now. What I'm doing right now, I'm brainstorming with you guys. Like we're really just brainstorming right now. Thing is that at some point when you're playing a game, you make an agreement with the developer that in your mind, you're saying, hey, you're creating an experience, a loot track, a loot treadmill, if you will. And I am agreeing with you that I will partake in this experience. And it's the developer's job to continue to keep you going on that track, right? To make it enjoyable, to give you good loot when you earn it, yada, yada. At any point, you could break that fourth wall, that immersion, and be like, yeah, f this. And that's the point we're at now. Why do you think extraction shooters have become popular? It's low overhead for the most part because it's low dev innovation. You're able to create a loot treadmill for everyone to climb onto. And guess what? They stay on the loot treadmill because they keep losing their shit. They get a little bit higher, lose some more shit, a little more, lose some more shit. It's not an ever expanding vault. And of course, You've got games like Diablo where you have seasonal wipes. Or I wouldn't say seasonal wipes, but they'd have to reset. Honestly, don't want my games to be a treadmill. Here's the thing. Just about every game is a treadmill. It's the developer's job to make you believe it's not. At the end of the day, we're sitting in front of a computer or a TV trading our time to grind for these in-game things. That's every multiplayer game, man. It comes down to the developer to make that treadmill worth it, dude. So why do you think Destiny 2 kept you interested in the first place? God, what a fantastic question. Destiny digged its hooks in me whenever I saw a piece of content that I wanted to do. I tried loading into it. I couldn't do it. Then I found someone who was also trying to do what I was trying to do. And I said, hey, man, you want a T-bump? Jumped into PlayStation Party. He didn't talk much. I didn't either. But here we go trying to do a Nightfall. And we got our asses stomped, dude. We finally made it to the boss room. I can't remember what happened. If we lost our third or maybe we were going in just the two of us. But we couldn't clear this Nightfall. We just couldn't. But then we found a third. And this third came in. And in his hands, he held the most beautiful thing I have ever laid eyes on. It was an Icebreaker sniper rifle. And we were like, man, we can't get past this boss. And he said, brother, I got this. You keep the Minotaur off my back and we're going to get this cleared. About 20, 30 minutes later, I don't know how long, we cleared the Nightfall. So based on that story, what was it that drew us in? I came out of that experience going, wow, dude, I need Icebreaker. I need that weapon. I also came out of that experience going, damn, that was actually really cool jumping in with some people or like having someone jump in and essentially save the day. That started a cycle within me where I was like, I'm going to join random LFG groups. I want to get better at content. And after that, I would just jump into the just random LFG groups in Vault of Glass and anything else. You know, you get some good apples, some bad apples, but for the most part, everybody was pretty pleasant. It was so much fun just tackling content. That's by the way, that's like the MMO aspect. And I had played like MMORPGs before, but the MMORPG, it would be things like RuneScape. No one really talked. We would only talk in voice chat when it was things like wars and stuff like that, where we had to use things like Ventrilo or TeamSpeak back in the day. But I never really utilized, you know, talking to someone in games. I'd always just typed. Even in Final Fantasy 14, I would just type. And so this was the first time we were jumping into like voice chats. And it was a lot of fun. It was really cool, man. By the way, I'm not telling you this stuff as if I have an answer to this. I'm just explaining my experience. I also don't think that it was like one thing that like made us say, hey, I want to play this game every day. It was probably a multitude of reasons. I've had different points in my time playing Destiny that have pulled me in. At one time, I was a dedicated PvE only player. And then a Last Word dropped in my hand. Thought it sucked. I actually thought Last Word was terrible. At the time, you used to have to level up weapons. And so I had thrown it in my vault, but for some reason, I had pulled it back out of my vault and I leveled it up and I went inside of PvP. And dude, I was dominating, man. I mean, slapping everybody around. Last Word leveled up in D1. Dude, it was so disgusting year one. Then I had not only the PvE side that raids were pulling me in, but then I had the PvP side that was also pulling me in. And dude, I played so much PvP. I'm relatively new to Destiny. I started playing the new expansion, the Final Shape. I came with the customization of the characters, the ability to replay or to play different play styles, the array of activities you could play, stage to grind for some weapons, and because you can redo things on higher difficulties with friends. That's the formula, brother. That's it, man. The randomness of drops and the power of exotics are gone. Everyone has the same thing. Yeah, man. Well, look what happens whenever Bungie does add grind back in the game. Everybody gets pissed off, dude. We had exotic class items added into the game, and everybody was mad. And I mean, look, it's easy to feed into. It's great for clicks. Great for clicks. I'm like, I'm with you, people. I'm with you. Yeah. The grind is fine as long as it respects the player's time. Bungie doesn't do that. It's just RNG on top of RNG on top of RNG. Yeah, man. I don't know, dude. RuneScape. And yes, I'm bringing up RuneScape right now. The RNG drops in RuneScape are terrible. I remember killing Corporal Beasts inside of RuneScape for months. No sigil. No sigil, man. I'd kill that Corporal Beast. We sit there. Pink. Actually, I think we were using Rapiers. Was just stabbing it. Destiny 1 respected your time for playing at least. Brother! This is what I'm talking about, man. That's that rose-tinted glasses shit. Respected your time? You remember the fucking exotic quests in D1 Vanilla? Y'all not remember that shit? Some people didn't get Galahorn until year fucking 3. Here's my suggestion to Bungie going forward. Here in the next few years, maybe not right now, because I don't think people are ready. Destiny needs to get nuked. You can either add a 3 to it, or drop the 2, whichever way you want. Everybody's vault needs to get destroyed so they don't go backwards. They don't ever try to go back. There is no back to go to. It's only forward. And make everything extremely rare. The rarest of the rare. So rare that you have to take a second life, maybe a third life, to potentially even get these items. You have to abandon your family. You have to quit your job, move to some sweatshop in a foreign country that's Bitcoin farming, and suck the electricity out of there just to keep going. That's sweaty. Have a shit bucket ready to go. Hold on. Don't worry. I have another way to make sure that the numbers inside of Destiny always remain at all-time highs. You make everything stupid rare. Everything is RNG. RNG on top of RNG. No dupe protection, nothing. You can get the same fucking drop over and over again for years. But player trading. Player trading, give us a black market, an auction house. Let's do it. Oh my God, everybody's gonna be farming. Yeah, make Glimmer a real currency, non-capped. I want to see people put up Necrochasm for 10 million. 10 million Glimmer. I want to see people haggling. And then you need to buy with that Glimmer. Open up the last city. Give us player-owned housing. Oh, what am I going to do with that 10 million? I think I'm going to buy that penthouse at the top of the tower. That's right, Zavala's office. It's my office now. Thank you, Zavala. Maybe I'm gonna buy the whole tower. I need 100 million. Okay, make it happen. Let's start grinding some gear, getting some loot, selling that shit. And look, drip in this game is gonna be extremely important. Ornaments are no longer earnable in Eververse. They are earned in game, and they are sold for a lot. A lot. You want your character to look sexy, you better be coming with Glimmer, man. You better be bringing it. Oh yeah, all RNG. Completely RNG. When Bungie drops a new ornament, you have no idea. You're like, where's it dropping from? Bungie's just like, I don't know. Somewhere. You want that Kavastov ornament? Good luck. But don't worry. If somebody's rich enough, they can go ahead and put the word out. Put it right there in the auction now. Say, hey, first one who finds that conditional finality ornament, I'll buy it right here. 50 million. Shaders, same thing. Everything costs money. Now, how is Bungie going to pay for all this? We don't have a microtransaction store. We won't have Eververse. All the ornaments are going to be obtainable in game. All the skin. No. Y'all saying skins. All ornaments. Everything. All obtainable in game. There's only one way, guys. Subscriptions. Only one way, man. Subscription model. $10 a month. All of us. You, me, everybody. And here's the thing. You pay $10 a month. You have access to everything in the game. Everything you want. The moment the subscription walks out, the lock's locked. Everything. Your vault, which sits at unlimited, suddenly goes to 100 out of unlimited. You're like, but Bungie, I can't pull my last word out. Should be paying you money. Where's the $10? Bungie, my house, I can walk into the foyer. But the living room, there's an invisible wall. The bedroom, I can't get to it. All my shit's in there. What do I do? $10. I think this is way out there, of course. And I don't think Bungie has the balls to ever do this. In terms of longevity and for D3, this is it. And I think that everything needs to become RNG. Your subclass abilities need to be RNG. If we ever did a fresh restart, everything needs to be RNG. You want burst glide? You want thruster? You want triple jump? RNG. Good luck. Oh yeah, no. Owning a player-owned house, you got to pay property taxes, fellas. And what happens if you don't have enough Glimmer to pay property taxes? Oh, but Bungie, I took off for the past 3 months. I had live shit. We got a nice little storage space for all the shit that you had in your house. So that's it, guys. That's my long-term plan for Destiny, if Destiny was to ever have a sequel for the game. And here's the thing. Some of these ideas I know are out there, but if you want to create a game that can run for decades, there you go. It's either going to run for decades or it's going to die within the first 6 months. I mean, one or the other. But I think it's a risk worth taking, you know? All right, that's it, guys. That's it from us. You know, we'll see what shakes out.
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.